8:41, we want to talk about ladder safety. As a matter of fact, if you're planning on cleaning out the gutters or putting up Christmas lights, chances are you will be on a ladder. You know, it also turns out that a lot of people are falling from those ladders. So let's find out how to be safe and what products are out there. Kent Burgett, the president of Safety Management Group, is here to help us out. Kent, good morning to you.
Good morning, Scott. How are you?
I'm doing quite well, but a lot of people are not. Tell us how common injuries are from people falling off ladders.
Well, I want to thank you for addressing the subject. We've had some help this morning with Ryland Homes and Job Site Supply with our setup here today. But especially Fox 59, I want to thank you. We've experienced at the home where you think you're the safest, we actually experience about 20,000 fatalities each year. 12 million injuries, but 5 million of those 12 are actually falls around the home. So it is obviously a subject that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, and that's outside and inside, right?
That is. And we're going to start out outside, and we'll see if we have time for inside. But the problem outside is the ladder is one of the oldest and simplest tools that we have, but it's also one of the most abused. And today, the two types of ladders we have are extension ladders. Right here is your extension ladder, and then your step ladder. Both of these are made of fiberglass. There's other types of ladders out there. There's wood and aluminum. These are kind of your deluxe models. These are the best ones. They're the most durable and also the lightest to maneuver around.
Yeah, and Kent, you'd think that'd be simple to use, but there are definite things you got to keep in mind. How do you use them properly?
Well, let's take a look at them. Your step ladders, one of your safest ladders, you can see it's got a large foundation to start with. It's got large steps here. And that one, if you're going to work in a certain place at a fairly low height, that's the one that you'll typically want to use. It is definitely the safest ladder. The problem is, as you can see with that wide foundation and the height limitations, typically, as you mentioned with the Christmas lights and cleaning the eaves, you're probably going to go with some sort of extension ladder.
Okay, so what sort of things do you do when you're climbing up on that? Obviously, you probably want to have somebody out there with you, just in case.
That would be an excellent idea. If they're not with you, you better have maybe someone within cell phone contact. But as you start to use this ladder, we'll just start at the ground and kind of work our way up, Scott. The first thing is making sure you have a level foundation. An inch off down here is going to put you a foot or 2 feet off at the top. So start with a good foundation. Look and see what you're leaning to get the ladder against. A lot of times we tend to lean these up against tree limbs or things that maybe aren't quite as stable. We've got good stability here to start out with. The next thing then would look at your angle. And this gets kind of hard, Scott. We got to put this thing 1 foot out for every 4 foot up.
A little bit of math there.
Well, yes, and most of us won't remember our math, or we'll get kind of stumped on trying to figure that out. So the easiest thing to do is just put your feet at the base, stick your hands straight out, and you'll be at a 4-to-1 ratio, which will keep you safe.
Perfect, easy way to remember it. We got about 30 seconds left. Kent, anything else you want to add?
Scott, we want to start climbing up the ladder. You're at home, Scott. You probably got sandals on, so we want to make sure we got the proper footwear and that we don't slip off the rungs. So we'll start up. You want to have both hands on your ladder as you go. A lot of us will tend to carry things in our hands and try to walk up the ladder. We don't ever want to get up past the 4th rung on an extension ladder, and we always want to put it 3 feet past where we're going. On a step ladder, if we go back to it, we'll never want to get on the anything higher than the 2nd rung.
All right, so I think I've broken all those rules, Kent. Bad me, but I appreciate you telling us all this information. Where can people find your company?
We're at Safety Management Group. We're on the northwest side of Indianapolis, right inside of 465.
All right, Kent Burgett. Thanks for being here, Kent.
Thank
we appreciate it. All right, now 8:45, checking out the forecast. Hi, Todd.
Hi, Scott. We are getting off to